Breaking news. Nnamdi Kanu has not been allowed by DSS to change clothes in custody, alleged lawyers. You're welcome to the news. Please listen to the end. Now to the news details. Counsels to Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, have alleged that the Department of State Services, DSS, has not allowed his client to change clothes since he was rearrested and placed in their custody. The claim was made in a statement jointly signed by Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Aloy Ejimakor, the lead lawyers to Kanu, on Thursday. According to the lawyers, the IPOB leader continues to face degrading treatment in custody, claiming that the detainees who interact with the embattled leader of the proscribed group are being punished. According to the statement, that despite a court order to the contrary, the condition of his detention at the Department of State Services (DSS) headquarters in Abuja continues to be harsh, degrading and inhuman, that he is solitarily confined to a very thin cell 23 hours of the day without access to sunlight and any social interactions whatsoever. He believes that this is aimed at inflicting extreme emotional and mental distress on him and breaking him psychologically. That any detainee who encounters and greets him during a single hour is allowed outside his cell, is promptly put in solitary confinement or transferred to maximum security as a punishment for exchanging mere greetings with him. Because of this, detainees have resorted to avoiding him and exchanging salutations with him, not to talk of any other form of social interactions. That since the Nigerian government extraordinarily renditioned him, he has not been allowed a change of clothing, and his Jewish prayer shawls and other religious materials brought to him by his counsel were rejected and returned. That the DSS has refused to replace his corrective lenses, which were smashed to smithereens by agents of the Nigerian government in the process of the violence they unleashed on him while abducting him in Kenya. This has led to a rapid deterioration of his sight, that he is restricted to meeting with his counsel in an atmosphere devoid of private discussions, private discussions with his counsel, and he is oftentimes denied perusal of legal documentation his counsel brings to him to review. That he is not allowed to sleep with a pillow, and this has led him to developing acid reflux, which comes with acute burning sensation in his chest pains, and extreme difficulty in swallowing. That on the 17th July 2021, one of his lawyers, the undersigned barrister Aloy Ejimakor, was detained and interrogated for hours by the DSS when he came to the DSS on visitation to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who witnessed the detention before being led away, was very distressed and alarmed by this incident, and he considers it a brazen act of intimidation of his counsel. That he has, to date, been denied access to the British consul, despite our repeated requests to see him. And on the day of his last court appearance, 10th November 2021, the British consul was in court to observe the proceedings, was intimidated by DSS officers who restricted her from coming close to Mazi Kanu. That to date, the DSS has denied his repeated requests for an independent medical examination to determine the extent of damage done to his body by a suspected substance he may have been injected with during this abduction and extraordinary rendition. He has reason to believe that the said injected substance is depleting the potassium content of his body, thus causing him constipation, a feeling of skipped heartbeats, palpitations, fatigue, muscle weakness, and numbness. That in the circumstance of the foregoing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continues to have a persistent and heightened feeling of potent threat to his overall well-being and safety within the DSS facility where he is currently detained. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has cried out through his lawyers that in the detention that he is, his life is in grave danger. His health is becoming worse and needs medical attention. They are not allowing him to have any social activities, even with those in the prison with him. He has not been able to see sunlight. He is always inside his tiny cell room for 23 hours. The only 1 hour left. Once he goes out, the other cell members have no right to even exchange salutations with him unless they're going to undergo a severe punishment. He's crying that they should help him. Even his eyeglasses have not been replaced. His health is deteriorating little by little. That the federal government should allow him have a private medication. Please feel free to share your view with us concerning this news. Thank you.